I left my house for 2 hours to grab groceries and pick up a package from the post office. When I came back, I thought I had pulled into the wrong neighborhood. My front yard was filled with folding tables, speakers, balloons, and a giant HOA banner. And standing right on my porch was the HOA vice president, acting like she owned the place. At first, I honestly thought it was some kind of weird prank. But then she waved at me and said, "You can't be here right now. We rented this space for an HOA event." I stared at her, stunned. I said, "You rented WHAT?" She pointed at my yard and said, "This isn't technically your property during community events." And then she blocked my door. She actually put her hand out and said, "Homeowners aren't allowed inside during setup. You need to leave." That's when it hit me. They weren't confused. They were trespassing. And they were doing it boldly. My reaction? Silent fury. The kind that doesn't yell. The kind that collects evidence and burns people legally. So I stepped back, pulled out my phone, and started recording everything. First, I walked the entire property with my deed pulled up on my screen. I photographed every table, every stranger, every extension cord jammed into my outlets. Then I took drone footage from above, capturing the full layout of their little party, covering more than 80% of my private lot. Finally, I got a perfect shot of the vice president physically blocking my door. That's when I called my lawyer. He answered on the first ring, probably because he loves HOA cases as much as I do. I told him what was happening, and he said, "Do not confront anyone. I'll handle this." 20 minutes later, 2 police cruisers rolled up. The HOA people started clapping, thinking the officers were there to help them. But the first officer walked straight to me and said, "You're the homeowner?" I handed him my deed, my footage, and a written trespass notice my lawyer had texted me to print. The consequences were immediate. The officers shut down the entire event. They told the crowd they were on private property without consent. And when the HOA vice president argued, the officers warned her she was 1 sentence away from being detained. Everyone packed up in embarrassed silence. But the real payoff came 2 weeks later. My lawyer filed claims for trespass, illegal use of utilities, and interference with property rights. The HOA settled fast. They paid damages, covered my legal fees, and issued a written apology that had to be posted publicly on the newsletter. And now, by official board vote, my property is permanently exempt from all HOA events. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.